What is up, world? Welcome back, Charge the Game podcast, and we have to get into this Luka Doncic situation as Luka Doncic was ejected from last night's game against OKC. And just like with the Dallas Mavs, will this be a problem in the playoffs? So I'm quite sure everyone's seen this video clip floating around. Luka Doncic, says that he was going at a fan, right? But the refs had something else to say about it. They said that Luka Doncic had been chirping and chipping at the refs all night long, man. And at this point, guys, you got to know that the referees are very tired of Luka Doncic, as any casual sports fan would be. At least that's why I stopped being the Luka Doncic fan that I was. Being here in Dallas now, I decided to make the Dallas Mavs my team. But Luka Doncic quickly gave me a reason to no longer subscribe to being a fan of his, because though Luka Doncic, man, is so talented, you just gotta know how to keep your composure. And we know that this is Luka's edge. We know that to get the best out of Luka, he has to go at fans. He has to go at the refs. He has to go at everybody. And this may not be the best thing for a Luka-led, LeBron James-led team, as I will be worried about this in the playoffs, because we know watching Luka Doncic in the finals against the Boston Celtics, it was the same thing. I mean, Luka Doncic literally was throwing fits, literally laying on the floor, literally so angry that he was not getting his way. And right then and there, I'm telling you guys, I took off my jersey, gave it to my fiance. I no longer care about that jersey anymore. But I like the fact that Luka Doncic is somewhat trying to be better with the Los Angeles Lakers. My only thing is, will this be a problem? And even then, guys, look at this. This was during the finals of last year. Luka Doncic complaining to refs is a problem. Is it responsible for killing the Mavericks transition? And as you guys saw with the Mavericks, which is probably a reason that Luka Doncic was traded, if not one of the key reasons he was traded, you saw the same thing with the Los Angeles Lakers. I felt like they had great momentum. I feel like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander had other plans. He was not in the business of losing to LeBron James and the Lakers for the second time. And they stood on business and they stood their ground. But in the midst of that, the Lakers still had a fighting chance. But it's very hard to, put 100% effort and give it your all when one of the most dynamic generational players just cannot stop complaining, just cannot stop crying. This is literally Luka's problem. I don't know if this is a European thing. I don't know if this is just finesse basketball and, the rules are very different, over there in Europe versus America. But something has to give, because if Luka Doncic does what he did, in the finals against, the Boston Celtics, then the Lakers are going to have some serious discussions. Now, we know that Luka is not locked into a fully guaranteed contract as of now, but let's be honest, Luka is a draw. LeBron James is on his way out the door. They're going to keep Luka around as long as Luka wants to be kept around. But Luka has bad tendencies that has to change. And I know that a lot of people are going to say this is, what JJ Redick likes him to do, to get the best out of Luka Doncic. But when is enough enough? When will Luka Doncic realize you can't blow up so much to where it's detrimental to the team? And if I'm being honest, I'm wondering how LeBron James is handling this behind closed doors, right? Is this something that LeBron James will take an issue with? Is this something that LeBron James can help Luka Doncic move past? Is this something that Luka Doncic is willing to grow on? Maybe later on down the line, he'll be completely out of it. But when I look at players like Luka Doncic or players like a Draymond Green, I don't want to ever compare them and say that they are the same player. But there are certain things that they have to do in the game to get the best, not only out of themselves, but for it to be in the best interest of the team. And we've heard JJ Redick now come out here and say that, hey, when Luka goes black, right? He calls it blackout or dark mode or whatever, is when Luka Doncic gets like this. But if you guys are going to empower this type of behavior, you can't be mad at the results. And that's what you guys see here with the Lakers. And what's even crazy, guys, is Luka Doncic was acting like this And the Lakers still ended up losing by 16 points. And correct me if I'm wrong, I think the Lakers got more free throw calls than Oklahoma City Thunder. It won't bode well, in my opinion, if the Lakers end up facing the OKC. I don't know. With this series, I would not know how it would turn out because you have the experience of Luka Doncic and LeBron James, who obviously have made it to the finals, and you don't have that in a young Shai Gilgeous-Alexander-led team. But it's something about this team that I feel like they're going to contend, and they're going to contend at a high level. I seriously do. And what's even worse, guys, is that was a loss I do not believe the Lakers could afford. If you look at the current playoff standings, guys, this thing is going to be a complete brawl until the last game in the regular season. And look who's right on their arses. I mean, you got the Grizzlies at 7. Really, the Timberwolves, too. I mean, look at it, guys. We know the Timberwolves lost. But check this out. The Grizzlies are at 7, 47-32. The Warriors, 47-32. And the Warriors are looking very scary. I do believe that they are going to make it to the finals. I believe the Warriors are going to make it to the finals. And if they do, man. And then you have the Nuggets at 47-32, which works in the Lakers' favor because they fired Coach Malone, bro. What the freak? Like, they fired Coach Malone, man, and we all know that Mr. Who's Your Daddy, Mike Malone, is no longer there to torment the Los Angeles Lakers, and I will be making a video about that. They're 47-32. The Clippers have snuck up 47-32. Kawhi Leonard is rounding into shape, looking very good, and there you have the Lakers at number 3. People don't want to give this Rockets team their respect, but trust me, guys, the West is going to be a wild brawl, a wild west. What I will say, guys, that the Thunder are number 1, and they could have taken a back seat in that game, but they showed up. They have heart. They will not lay down. They're not going to let people come in to their house and win back-to-back games. So, yeah, this was a game that the Lakers could not afford to lose, man, and they lost. So who's going to sneak into that number 3 spot? Who knows where the Lakers will fall by the time this regular season is done, with only a few more games to go. So we're going to keep our eyes on this, as this is going to be a crazy finish. But like I said, guys, what's going to be the point of any of this if Luka Doncic can never keep his composure, if Luka Doncic can never keep himself together? I mean, you guys let me know how you feel about this, because I have a sneaky suspicion that Luka Doncic, in a moment, you know, he has to play like this villain to get like the best out of him. Luka talks, man. That's his superpower in ways that keeps him motivated, that keeps him confident in his shot and his selective shot making skill set, guys. So we're going to see what Luka Doncic is going to do as these playoffs start and as they end. You guys let me know what y'all think. Do you guys think that Luka Doncic can seriously keep his composure in a 7-game series in a 3-round? Assuming that they make it to the Western Conference Finals, you're going to have to go through 3 rounds of this. Do you trust Luka Doncic to keep his composure, or do you feel like the league might just say, hey, let him play ball? We don't want to pull any superstars out of anything on this level of magnitude, especially with Vegas being involved, right? You guys let me know, man. I think that Luka Doncic has to keep it cool if they want to do anything in the postseason. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys do me a huge favor and smash that subscribe button. It certainly helps the channel grow, and it takes your boy a long way. Don't forget to like, share, and hit that notification bell so you guys get more future content. Thank you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.